Today we're driving the Great Alpine Road. It's the second most beautiful road of all of Australia. We really enjoyed it. It was quite windy, quite steep, a lot of peaks, really high up in the air. The Great Alpine Road swings through the Australian Alps. That's correct, Australian Alps. When you hear Alps, you probably think about the Swiss Alps, perhaps the Austrian Alps, or even the French or Italian Alps. But Australian Alps? Well, there actually are Alps here. For our convenience, they named these mountains the Alps also. And I know, that's not confusing at all. The Great Alpine Road was somewhat intense on the nerves from time to time, but we did see an echidna and some ostriches. And for some reason in the middle of the mountains there was a trout farm. And they have a lot of trouts there. So he bought a smoked trout. On the other side of the Great Alpine Road, the 90-mile beach was awaiting us, so we set up our van over there. And with our bellies full of fish corps, there wasn't much need for dinner in the evening, so a small bite of pasta was sufficient.
So I just woke up, it's 5:40, I had to go to the toilet. And when I woke up, I saw this amazing scenery behind me. There's this mist hanging over this lake. There's a sunrise on the other side of the lake. We arrived late here yesterday, so I didn't exactly know where the sun was going to rise. And there's pelicans on the water. Oh, it's beautiful. When I'm at home in the Netherlands, I usually hate to wake up early, but here it's so easy. The sun just illuminates our van. And I awake, and when I look out, it's always beautiful.
Enjoying the stunning sunrise alone was awesome, but sharing it with Lisanna over breakfast was even better. People kept telling us to go visit the 90-mile beach nearby, so we did. It was okay, but not as awesome as some people claimed it to be. We used the rest of the day to get ourselves to Wilsons Promontory. Boy is Wilsons Promontory gorgeous. We were a bit disappointed by the weather in the beginning, but soon realized it was all the more beautiful thanks to the weather. We're currently in Wilsons Promontory. It's the most southern tip of Australia, just above Tasmania, which is the southern island you might know. We hiked to the top of this mountain. The weather is terrible, as you can see. It's super windy. I hope the microphone is not picking up all the wind. Luckily we have waterproof clothes. As you can see, everything is wet. But it was worth the hike. It's a nice view from up here. We enjoyed the colorful wildlife at first, but soon realized they were after our food. And more specifically, after Lisanna's sandwich. Wilsons Promontory, or The Prom as it's named by locals, is also famous for its nightlife. So after sunset we decided to go for a walk, and we weren't disappointed. We found wombats, wallabies and kangaroos. Melbourne is the last destination of our road trip, and as we know with hindsight, we drove 7,923 kilometers from Darwin to Melbourne. So you can probably imagine we're somewhat attached to our van by now. Thus we're having mixed feelings about this last leg. We are looking forward to meeting old and new friends though, as we planned 3 visits to friends of ours who live in Melbourne. 2 couples we've met on our travels around the world, and 1 couple I've known for my entire life. But more about that in the next episode. Please consider subscribing, and see you again.